Well, salutations, everybody. What's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious with you today on this fine 12th of August, 2026? The sun is in the air. The breeze would end up skinning you alive. The crack is as 90 as it can end up being, and we have a gentleness scholar coming in to say hello to us in the fascinating, the unbelievable, the incredible, it would help if I had on the camera, bear with us. Yep. Birdsong technology, my friends. If you haven't given this absolutely astonishing developer and streamer a follow, please do. Gas in everything that he ends up doing there.
Just a starving artist.
Incredibly interesting to watch all of his technical ability that he's doing within the game that he is coding. Gives someone that likes of me a bit of a spark in their heart to end up enjoying it. And as everyone ended up seeing there, 3 stream goes, doing technical support on stream and just general coding exercises ain't the easiest thing in the world to do, for you can end up feeling an awful lot of self-loading, an awful lot of what the hell is going on, getting yourselves caught too much in to your own devices and it causing issues in that way. Senior Duck, it is a pleasure to have you in for your 141st stream, my friend. How is life treating you? Well, I should say straight stream. How is life treating you? Is it going good, grand, and delicious? I stated this on the last stream that I applied for the Football Manager 27 Alpha. And I must admit, sadly, I am getting the vibes I'm not going to have any actual chance of getting chosen for it. Maybe that's pessimism on my end there, and there's a chance that I'll end up getting an email in and Bob's your Uncle Happy out the crack shall be chosen to do it. Though it is unfortunate that we're just working with it and seeing how she ends up cooking. No bother, Bird. I finally got it working properly. That's ironically one of the things that we were editing when we were doing the editing stream the last wee while. So it's hilarious that ends up going around. No bother, my friend. Adios, amigos. As is always the case, make sure your crack is 90. I have been stupid, sexy crack, schlonga fool, and poke my home, my friend. I should go for it, but I can't keep my gob shut. What do you mean by that, Duck? Like, apply for it anyway. Whether or not they'll give the alpha to people that aren't streaming it is another kettle of fish. If you believe the likes of Robbo 14 and, you know, Zealand and elements such as that, they want to make this one more approachable to people, want people to come in and give more love towards what's going on. Personally, I'll wait to see it and see how things end up coming down. I'd ask too, my friends, while you're here, is the audio okay today? I did have an issue where the audio wasn't connecting right, and I hope that it isn't squeakier than normal or anything wrong with it. Please do let us know if that is the case. I'm also going to announce, I haven't put a date for it yet. I'm going to talk with a couple of the stream teams that I'm on and see if I can make a bit of a vibe about it. I'm thinking I might actually do a drinking stream where I get a gaggle of cans of Guinness and just sit down here and enjoy some Guinness whilst on the stream. Maybe doing like that 3-hour stream that I done in the past, sat over on that desk over there, just sitting, having conversation and seeing how it ends up coming together. But that is for future crack to have discussions with and see how it ends up going, whether or not the good, grand and delicious nature of it shall work for us, you know? What makes you think that there'd be secrets that you'd have to keep, Duck? Either way, I hope that 27 comes out to be a good game. and I would be on it like Donkey Kong if they ended up sending it over my way, just to see how it is. Anyways, if it annoyed me too much, I'd leave it alone, but that's for, you know, future Craic's problem, you know yourself. And like, current Craic hates past Craic and future Craic, because the past Craic keeps making him do crap, and future Craic doesn't have to worry with the burnout of what ended up happening with it, so, you know, it comes down that way. But what's different about today? Well, I don't know if you looked at the title of the stream, because it's slightly different to what we normally end up doing. On top of that, too, we're going to go live on TikTok and see if it ends up working okay there. So we'll see how that ends up going. But today, we are getting to enjoy the fascinating experience of our go against the Demi-Fiend. I have been grinding since the last time I went live about a week and a half ago, up as much as I possibly could to be ready for the Demi-Fiend. And we're going to see whether or not my practice made perfect, whether or not I am now ready, whether or not all of the hours of what I have ended up putting in has actually succeeded for me. We shall tell now in the next bit. I 10 until she's said. I'm not sure what you meant, Senior Benekage, but all the same, my friends, Duck has just done the shout out for him there in his abnormally short clip. Please send, much like myself, one of the few people that knows the difference between being a pervert and a connoisseur. Send your love over to Senior Benny, a man whose voice is so silky, a man whose dexterity is so good that it makes that sound almost comparable. Let me just prep for today's stream. Do you want to know what the wonderful thing about you doing that is, Duck? Or not Duck, Benny. Do you want to know what the wonderful thing about you doing that is? The last day I went live with Marvel Midnight Suns, my Mera box, which is my makeshift streamer deck, wasn't working correctly. And then someone pointed out to me that you're using the StreamerBot plugin with Mirabox, and that seems to be what's causing the issue. But you know what you can end up doing? On StreamerBot, you can set it that everything ends up working with hotkeys. So effectively, what I can end up doing is this.
Off! It's a direction you can fuck!
So my friends, in an astonishing turn of events,
So that's why I always feel an overbearing presence just out of my field of vision, watching and judging my every move.
she's working again. She's working again. We can pop over to absolutely everything with no delay, no obstruction, no problems. So we're ended up being sound and ready to go for what we need to end up doing. So the Craic is in proper good moods today after getting it properly working. So, like, yeah. So off is the direction you can go, my friend. I suppose, Benny, there's only one real thing I can do in response to that, and it is just remind the people that MLS means Miles Lewis Skelly. And on top of that, that the great man himself, the mastodon of being a trash goblin, the sexiest man that I end up knowing, that ends up having trash within his name. My friends, if you can, send your love
it's a direction you can fuck.
Ritual Trash Panda, a gent and a scholar, a fantastic streamer. I believe you were playing with Tizoi's community night, the last night, weren't you, Panda? And you were experiencing the new update in Peak. I want to get into that at some point in time, so I'm going to potentially be finiticking a bunch of arseholes to end up enjoying Peak with me. But that's future Crack's problem, to figure out that wonderful display of fun and see how she ends up cooking together, you know? So it's a pleasure to see that it's doing. I hope it's going good, grand, and delicious for you. Aura, my friend, how is life treating you? Is it good, grand, and delicious? It's a pleasure to have you in. We'll give you your shout out in a moment, Aura, because one Skunky. I forgot whether or not it was Stunky or Skunky. Skunky is here showing our love. Looking at the phenomenal Lady Demetress outfit in in Resident Evil 9. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous attire. Ooh, the Uno reverse card. That is a gorgeous emote, my man. Whoever you got to create that emote for you, please send me on the artist's name. I can't afford to get any emotes yet, but I need to start stockpiling artists for when I start doing stuff. I still want to change my raid message so that we have 2 C's coming to an A and smashing together. No, Panda, hold on a second. You can't get away with that shite. You can turn around and do one of these.
Off is a direction you can fuck.
But at the end of the day, my man, we don't want you to even joke about that, my man. You're too awesome for us to end up coming in. If something bad was to happen to you, this would be my reaction. You know? So, don't make me have to do a Simba reaction, Panda. Don't make me have to do it. We're done by Average Schmo. He's in my Discord. Nice! I'm gonna take that name down and get in touch with him, so... He's pulling the piss, Skunky. He's pulling the piss and we know it. But at the same point in time, you know, it's just funny. Although speaking of pulling the piss, and it is the man that has the right to call me his, that is the right for me to call him master, and that is Aura Master 66, a gent and a scholar, taking Lammy's created, emote and adding some baby oil in as well. Absolutely awesome to see, my friend. How is life treating you? I suppose I should ask you, while I have you here, and this goes for yourself too, Skunky, if you play it. I don't know if you do. How have you been finding 9.5 of Marvel Rivals? I have to say, Damien Priest's hood seems pretty fucking cracked. Have you not? Well, my man, if you're up for changing that, give us a call and maybe tomorrow evening, if you want to. I don't know if you're busy or if you don't want to stream or anything like that. I'd be up for tomorrow evening if you were. Here we go, doing scheduling live on Bloody Air because the Craic has no bloody suaveness at all. But anyways, I suppose I've done enough delays with all of you. We'll move over to this big bad screen. We will knock on TikTok, so I'll try to be slightly less, really, Tuck? Fine. I was just about to end up putting on, TikTok, but we'll wait for the advertisement to finish before we end up doing that. I'm genuinely shocked you did that, Duck. But hey, I play a little Marvel Rivals. Well, you know, I enjoy the game. It's a good old game. Grand bit of crack. I like what they've ended up doing with it. I still need to learn the proper timing for Luna Snow's cleanse when you end up choosing the phenomenal White Fox as her option. I swear, you're trying to annoy me today, Doug. Me stating I was in a good mood, and then you change my voice into something that sounds like it's being squeezed from my genitalia, and I appreciate that more than you know, my friend. By the way, it's called Ghost. So I'm Casper, the friendly ghost, based on this.
You know, wonderful joys of such clear, fabulous distinctions. As the ads end up coming into the ironic thing about it is you will only be hearing this for about a minute after the ads, because Duck is a tit and ended up putting it on at the right time. But we enjoy when we end up coming down and seeing how it ends up happening. Ooh. 300 TikTok employees in Ireland have just been let go today. Wow. That laugh sent me even further laughing my ass. I love how tit came across over Clary's Day. Well, you know, I end up ensuring that the words that mean the most to me come across clear. And there is nothing better in life than glorious, voluptuous. It is the balance didn't come true, okay? But hey, we tried.
And we also go back to normal. Anyways, let's get into this and see how the Craic ends up treating us. I need to do 1 or 2 quick audio checks here on this side first. So, microphone, you're connected. Do that, so our audio should be coming through with voice mod there. They've changed the settings on TikTok, so we'll see if they end up working at all for us. And then here we can change. SMT5 is up, Spotify is there. All seems to be okay. 'Twill be interesting if this doesn't work okay, but it should. Also, thank you so much for doing the shout out for me, Senior Duck. My friends, if you haven't give the phenomenal Webby a follow as well, a gent and a scholar, another brilliant streamer, always up for the crack. I think you plan on doing more artistry streams as well, don't you, Webby? Or are you just sticking with the gameplay for the bit? Because I know you're meant to be doing a Bob Ross again in the near future. Let us know, I suppose. But anyways, let's see if I do that and then do this. You're now up there. I think we should be working. Okay, if I go, I need you over here so we can see the audio mixing. Cool, that's up. Okie dokie. And now I get to see whether or not TikTok is going to work for me. So for the first time, I've been on about it for 3 streams that I'm going to test to see if the multi-streaming works on TikTok again, my friends. We're going to give a good 30 minutes to TikTok to see whether or not she ends up working for us. So, without further ado, let's see. Now, what ended up happening the last time we ended up coming to this corner here? I left the last time we ended up coming to this corner before we fought Big Bad and Delicious over there, the Demi-Fiend. I have spent 20 hours since trying to grind for this fight, as opposed to doing the intelligent thing, which would have been to, yes, I know, I'm not going to go out and watch it, Senior Webby. It's just, I don't have the proper apparatus for it. I don't have the proper glasses. And as a result of which, I'm going to leave it alone. It's unfortunate, but I know what the solar eclipse is. I know it's a beautiful kind of desire to end up looking into in the whole lot. And it would be specifically nice to end up seeing the whole thing. But I'm not going to end up getting to see it. Are you getting out to see it yourself? Keep in mind, this is the first total solar eclipse in 27 years. So, you know, if you can see it, you should see it. At least in my country, there will be a live stream of it. I can see it out of the window. Well, that's good. In Ireland, it was confirmed that it was meant to be half blocked. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not that ends up being the case. I don't know. I can't comment on it, but we'll see how things end up going. So, let's talk about the Demi-Fiend. So what are we doing for this fight? The Demi-Fiend is busted for a number of reasons. One, on hard mode, the Demi-Fiend will knock 10 shades of crap out of you really, really quick. We don't have proper repel physicals done yet, and the reason we don't is those minions are found in New Game Plus. They would help significantly with this fight. There's also a cheese method that can be done to beat this boss that was made infinitesimally harder in SMT 5 Vengeance, and I wasn't aware of it. The cheese that happened before when you were trying this was you would go Impaler's Animus, set yourself up with 2 luster candies, and Shiva would end up doing his Tarava to put their defense down to the bottom, and then because of Luke Pow, you would then do Adversity, which the lower your HP is, the more damage you do. Problem is, this skill went from doing 1.7 damage to 1.3 damage. So, we had first set ourselves up attempting to do it with Zeus. We had then set ourselves up attempting to do it with it was Zeus. Oh, I don't even have them downloaded here. We then ended up doing it with Dogda, and we ended up doing it with one other demon. So we tried to do it with them. They didn't have the strength to do it. But I was told about it before by Emil, and we didn't end up looking at it properly. Emil stated that one of the things that I don't do is look at the innate skills, and the Onis have charge effects and critical hit damage increase based on the number of demons with 4 Onis in place. This effectively means that for the Onis, Impaler's Animus is back up to 1.7 damage. Now, with that being said, this fight is still not a walk in the park. And the reason why it's still not a walk in the park is because it can still come around and just go and wallop my ass. But we'll see how it ends up going now as we go into it. Purple, we're doing well. We're getting ready to go in to the Demi-Fiend fight. Off stream, I have done 20 hours of grinding in order to set myself up ready for this. We should be strong enough to beat him. We done this without going in to New Game Plus because I'm an idiot and I should have just went into New Game Plus. But we'll see how all ends up coming into play and seeing how it ends up coming together. It's been recommended to me over on one of the particular applications to turn around and ask anyone, if you feel like it, that you're liking the content and a whole lot, please end up doing a like or a share or something of that description. You know, spread the love out and we'll see how it ends up going. And feel free to converse. I don't bite. Unless you want me to.
Toe-to-toe with the Demi-Fiend.
Minnie, my friend! What is a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious? We are here now, getting ready to have one Shin Megami Tensei MC versus another Shin Megami Tensei MC. So, if this fails, by the way, I'm going to do one.
Yes.
We're just gonna wallop its ass. Okay? We're gonna do one. We are just gonna wallop its ass. If we succeed in our first attempt, which we're not, we've already failed, by the way. We've already failed because Shiva is sealed. We already can't do it. So, with that being the case, I'll show you what you're meant to do with this fight.
Let's go.
So what you're meant to do, and what makes this fight so difficult, is within 5 actions, you have to defeat one of the demons alongside the Demi-Fiend, or he goes Gaia Rage and just nukes your team. So we'll see how that ends up going. Rage, my friend, what's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious? I hope that it is. I'm not actually sure what the acronym CLS means. Unfortunately, I'm being a bit of a simpleton today, my friend. So do you mind if I ask what you end up meaning by that? Got 2 different bad newses yesterday, and I'm emotionally exhausted. And also physically exhausted since I didn't sleep last night. But all I can say to you, my dear, is I hope you feel better soon. I have the... how do people do this? I have the audio on TikTok down as low as humanly possible that I'm able to do it. And it's still sounding loud. If anyone that's on the TikTok channel there can end up letting us know, what do you think about the sound? Is it okay? I hope that it is. I think that I have it set up fairly okay, but do let me know. But also, Minnie, we're going to send your love over to you. You know, just remember that you are awesome, you are sound, and that you make us feel like this. So just remember that, my dear, please. But yes, Rage, how is life treating you? And Purple Wolf, how is it going? We're just enjoying ourselves now in this boss fight and going to show it off, how it ends up working. So one of the things that we can end up doing, since now our initial build is just screwed, is we can go Impaler's Glory. Now, Impaler's Glory will do a significant amount of damage. If we hit, which we didn't, because of course we didn't. Why the hell would we hit? You know, it's not as if luck can hit you in any way, shape, or form. So, like, that's one of the big problems with the Nahobino, is he just has nuts, absolutely nuts levels of guard and the whole lot. My friends, we have to stop for a second. For over on the purple app here, we're after getting a big raid, so we're just going to end up turning around, stating hello, and seeing how it ends up coming in. Mystical Spot, thank you so much for bringing your friends and your community over to me. I appreciate you choosing to send them over towards me. For those of you that do not know who I am CraicAttack of CraicAttackCentral, CAC, should you want to end up making it more complicated for yourself. I am from Irlande Viewsefort, aka the Emerald Isle, aka Ireland. Some people have called me the Johnny Bravo of streaming. Other people have just called me the Cake Master that people would like to snag. For those of you that have ended up coming in, lurking is more than friendly, but just remember that you can converse should you want to. And I don't bite unless you want me to. So how are things with you, Mystical? I hope it's going good, grand, and delicious. Let us know. What were you streaming today? Did you get up to anything good, grand, and delicious? Fire, thank you so much for the likes. It's a pleasure to end up having you in. We're here enjoying some Shin Megami Tensei V, Conquest of Creation, against the Demi-Fiend, who sadly is walloping our arse 10 shades to crap. But we're going to try and see if we can end up doing something against him. Good. It was my birthday. Congratulations, big man. Allow us to do this. For your birthday, allow us to send you some love. The happiest of birthdays. And for keeping the fire going, for keeping the gumption alive, for being 49 years young. One of these as well. You know yourself. See how it ends up coming together. Although I do love that Joan Rivers had the best response to the old age young trope. Joan Rivers on the Graham Norton show once turned around and said, "Oh yeah. I'm 80 years young, and my best friend's tits are just, you know, slightly less perky." Which is just a hilarious way to end up putting that. Or another one is or is it? I can't remember the person she was talking to. I'll use someone big as an example. Boogie Woogie. She says, and Boogie Woogie is 350 pounds tin. you know. I could have used Big Show as a wrestling fan. Big Show is 500 pounds tin. You know, same thing. It's kind of an insult when you get to an old enough age type situation. Okay, so we're now in a slight concern that we need to actually kill. If we were doing this legitimately, which we're not right now, we're in the issue that we're not doing enough damage. So now we can focus on trying to kill these guys. And now you'll see where the problem ends up coming into play. We're doing 2,000 damage to all of these guys, which isn't enough to take them out. And the problem is if you don't take them out, Demi-Fiend will do Gaia Rage and take you out, as we're going to see in about a moment. No bother, Spot. Thank you so much. Get all of your after-stream care done, my friend. Or as some people end up calling it, after-stream sustenance, aka the final bit of ass. So make sure you get your final bit of ass into you, Mystical. And we'll chat you in a bit should you end up coming back, my friend. So just remember, I have been Stupid Sexy Craic, Schlongafol, and of course, Pogue Mahone. Minnie, are you heading off as well? No bother, my dear. I hope that the Craic is treating you 90. Please look after yourself, my dear, and we'll chat you in the near future. So, as you've now noticed, we have the issue that we're already on the back burner. This run is dead, by the way. I could just reset the game, considering that's what's happening. This run is dead. But at the same point in time, we'll run with what we have and see what ends up happening. We have to take out Cuchulainn before we worry about anything else. Because if Cuchulainn doesn't get taken out, we're getting hit with a Gaia Rage. So, you know. So Cuchulainn has now been taken out. So that's useful for us. Because now, Demi-Fiend will summon its next minion in association. And the problem is, these minions summon consistently. You can never get rid of the minions. They can just continue to go. What effectively this ends up meaning is you've gotten yourself into a situation of this crap happening. Where the Demi-Fiend is doing so much damage to you. It's going grand. I'm looking at the Solar Eclipse live. Eff it. Just make sure you don't look with your actual eyes, my friend. I know that's not what you're stating, that's not what you're doing, but just be careful. Like, it's going to be one of the best experiences that anyone can end up having today, so enjoy it, but please look after yourself. Just be careful that you're not looking directly in it, that you're not hurting yourself, okay? To anyone that's watching that goddamn eclipse. And you should enjoy it. Enjoy it if you can, my friends. Because, like, this is the first time in 27 years it's around. So enjoy it whilst you can. You know, it's rare that things come around so frequently that you can end up enjoying them. So that's one of the cheese ways of beating this boss as well, is using Black Rider and hoping that the seal actually affects. And we have him set up with Safeguard if he misses, and Dragon and Beast Die to hopefully end up doing the effect. This is significantly better if we have Null Force or Repel Force on him. But we run with what we have and we see what ends up going down. We already know that we're done in this fight. We don't have a chance of succeeding in this fight. But we'll go with what we have and see how she continues. Because you'll see what happens very, very quickly. I can send you the link and we can watch it together. Send it on to me, Webby. Send it on to me. I'll have a gawk and see if I can end up getting it up. Why not? I can't give a promise that I'm going to end up actually watching it with you, but I can put it in the background there potentially, and we can see how things end up coming together. Have people figured out the gist of this fight and why it's a pain in the arse yet? Because we're going to experience a bit more of it in a second. bring out Garen McCullough. You're not going to survive, so we'll change you with Beelzebub, and next turn we'll end up using him. So, like, one of the things that you have to do if you're doing this fight legitimately is checking around, ensuring that everything ends up being, use your words, Craic. Set up, focus on the enemies as best as you can initially, and then go from there. There we go. There's the Gaia Rage, by the way. That's the Gaia Rage. That's the Gaia Rage, and that just nukes you down, and as a result of which you now get what the problem with this fight is. You have 8 turns to kill a minion on the board. You have to set up your weaknesses in order to end up doing that. He ends up doing such a severe amount of damage as well as everything else that it causes too many complications to potentially end up coming into play. So it's just a very, very, very taxing situation to try to end up going with. Put that to there. Okay. Then look at you. Cool. And then okie dokie. So there's a live YouTube link to it. Beautiful. So we can mute that. Now, with that being said, I don't actually know what that's going to end up doing for us, but we'll see, because I don't know if you can actually see anything off of the solar situation by looking at it in this way, but I mean, it's there, so let's keep a gawk on it while we can. Yes, so there was our first bad attempt. If we were to do a proper attempt, we set ourselves up with doing that way. If we do a proper attempt that way, we set ourselves up with Garen McCullough starting off, because Garen McCullough has the Impaler's Glory, and we'll be using that. And then making sure and hoping that Black Rider ends up doing the seal every time he hits. And then your last person there is just the damage type that ends up going down. So initially, for this particular build, it would have been Zeus. And we attempted that, and it didn't end up working for us, sadly. So, you know. Now we'll do this again. Number 2 of the rejigged, cheap way of doing this fight. Now we have to have a couple of things go our way for this to work. First of all, we need this move not to seal Shiva. Now, I can end up punning Abyssal Mask on Shiva, which makes it far more likely for Shiva not to get sealed. But we can have situations like this, where it hasn't happened, though it actually has done the one other thing we didn't want to happen. So, the reflect that is on my Nahobino has sent the Demi-Fiend's own javelin back to the Nahobino, causing the Nahobino to be sealed. And we really don't want him to be sealed. So we need to hope that between now and next turn, that the Demi-Fiend gets out of seal. Which is insane when you think about it, considering half of the objective, if you're doing this legit, is to put him into fucking seal, so that it ends up working, you know? Ooh, the Manchester United X-team is out for the game versus Leeds. Let's see. Up we go onto Twitch, or not Twitch, onto Twitter. Official. Laman's in goal, so he's not injured. Captain Delo, Yoro, Heaven, Hamas, Tyler Fletcher, Santos, Impwemu, Ahmad, Dogu, and Xerxes. I wonder if Xerxes will be playing as the 10 and Impwemu playing as the striker. With subs of Tom Heaton, Honor, me, Amir Shaw, Collier Bruno, Jack Flesher Tillemans, Cunha, JJ Gabriel, Lacey, and Thompson. I hope JJ Gabriel gets some time out. I think he's the one that needs it. We then set up our wonderful French beast with the Impaler's Animus. And we then set up our Oni Kai with Animus as well. Now, with the Gara McCullough, we end up doing the Luster Candy. Now, why did we bring Gara McCullough out? We brought Gara McCullough out for one reason and one reason alone, and it's not going to work for us. We brought Gara McCullough out because the Demi-Fiend is programmed to attack Gara McCullough, ending the turn. That didn't happen. So now we could be in a sticky wicket. Could. Depends on what happens here. We swap Gara McCullough with Sue Kai. So now the two Onis are there.
Let's go.
We then do a sleep gem here. This sleep gem must hit Gara McCullough. If it doesn't hit Gara McCullough, we have a problem. Ideally, it hits everyone but the Demi-Fiend.
Take this!
Oh my god, it hit everyone but the Demi-Fiend. It's still on, my friends. It's still on. From one bit of being really unlucky to one bit of it being ultra lucky. Now, the beast can end up healing himself. The Oni Kai can end up putting up a magic mirror on us of the attack variety. Why do we do that? If you end up putting a reflection barrier of any description up on a character in this fight, the Demi-Fiend is guaranteed to do Gaia Rage. Now, why do we want him to do Gaia Rage? Well, the reason why we want him to do Gaia Rage is because we have Endure and Enduring Soul here. What will end up happening, and we'll see it right here, what will end up happening is all four of my demons have Imperium Animus on it. Gaia Rage will hit now, hitting our Enduring Soul, boosting everyone down to 1 and propping them back up to full health. Okay? That's fine. Then we'll skip through the rest of the Demi-Fiend's minions, like this, like this, like this. But the shield, the reflect is still up, so a Gaia Rage number 2 happens. This time, the Endure activates, putting us all down to 1 health. Why does that matter? Because if we do the Omani Adversity, it ends up putting a bonkers amount of damage potential on the attack that we're going to end up doing. So, we start off considering he can't do anything, giving Sue Kai a Luster Candy, and we do this solely to bump the strength up of absolutely everyone to the height that we can. Now, our Nahabino can end up doing other minion skills, so we do the Loop Goro's Omanatoki Adversity. And here is where luck must stand with us. So, what's the problem with this? Figment Slash has a 66 and a 3rd% chance of hitting the Demi-Fiend. We need all 4 of these to hit. So, 1. And we've lost, ladies and gentlemen! And we've lost! Because... Goodbye! Like, it's unlucky. It's, you need, like, the actual probability chance of what we need to cheese this fight is not actually as high as you might think it is. It actually would be harder to not cheese this fight than to cheese this fight if you'd end up believing it. the amount of stuff that you need to end up going right in the other variants in order for it to just not steamroll over you with the power that I have without New Game Plus demons is insane. So, we'll see what ends up happening and continue on. 51 minutes is the eclipse, and the maximum is reached in 38 minutes. So when exactly does it start, Webby? Because I have it up here and I'm watching it, trying to pay attention to when it ends up coming live. But when exactly does it start? As we set ourselves up for this again. Do we get away without the seal? No, we instantly lost again, my friends. So I'm not even going to try it. We'll just let the game kill us. Not too bad. Not too bad. So that's a bit of fun. We'll see how that ends up going. So yeah, and the damage profile that all of these enemies does is bonkers as well. So it's just an unfortunate situation of how all of this crap ends up coming down to play and just kills you within an inch of your life. Like the fact that me at max level, the Demi-Fiend is doing 700 points of damage is nuts. Nuts. So like there are elements I can invest in that will help with that. I don't have enough of them and I wasn't grinding for them. I can get BAMs that can increase my vitality and the whole lot to make me stronger. But we've done it with the minions and the whole lot, so we'll see what ends up happening when we do this. This can work for us. So don't get this wrong. This can work for us. It's just is an unfortunate opportunity of we just need everything to go right. Isn't it on for you? I have the I have the link you gave me, Webby, on, and I'm watching it now. Yeah. Okay. So we've started off good on this one. Shiva is ready. Do the strike from Shiva. We then immediately swap out Shiva for Gira McCullough.
Come.
We then end up doing the Impaler's Animus. We then end up doing the Impaler's Animus, and we do one Luster Soul. Well, Luster Candy, sorry, to bump up our attack. That's fine. We're all good. Because of the way that the Nahobino's AI is set when you do a substitution, it is meant to target that individual first. It only happens if you use no items, and that's a problem. I'm not bad, just listening to Twitch while I work. No bother, Purple. Pleasure to end up hearing it. How is work today, if you don't mind me asking? Is it busy? Has it been good, grand, and delicious? Let us know. No!
Let's go.
That's on me.
Take this.
That's on me. We have to do a reset. So let's just let it kill us, do the reset, and continue on. That's on me. That's on me. Slow, long, and hot. So, you decide to come to a Craic Attack stream where you get to enjoy saucy excellence, where you get to enjoy Irish spice, where you get to enjoy the vigor and graciousness of the Craic. Like, that'll just make you hotter, Purple. That'll just make you hotter, my friend. But I mean, I appreciate it, so I'm not going to say anything about it. So thank you so much for sending your love over my direction, my friend, and just having me up as one of your lurkable options while you're in work. Oh, good. I thought it wasn't working for you. It started in your time and it'll be up at 6 point. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, it's up and running now at the moment, that live stream. I was just curious when it actually, like, starts doing the eclipse. Novi, thank you so much for the messages. And actually, this lets us check, is it working? Is it working? Is the chatbot working? No, it doesn't seem to be. That's really annoying. We literally have it set up to view. Yeah, oh. Okay, it didn't. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm doing good, my friend. Good, Grant, and delicious. You know, so kept the crack going, enjoying life, seeing how she comes together, you know? What about yourself, my dear? I suppose whilst you're over there, if you don't mind me asking, how is things over there? Is it audible okay? Is it synced up correctly? I don't really have much attempt to debug this, so I figured I'd ask you and see. I'm on a train traveling for work. Not too bad, my dear. That sounds like it could be a good bit of crack. What type of stuff are you doing for work? Like, is it normal for you to be traveling around now, or is that the thing? So I'm on the red app, the green. I'm on the red app twice. I'm on the green app. I'm on the black app, and I'm on the purple app. Webby. Arctic Fox, my friend. What's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious with you? I hope that it is. I have fans on, so it won't be unbearably hot. Well, that's good to end up hearing. You know, that's the way to end up going about it. I'm doing well, my friend. We're here experimenting with the final boss of, a final boss of Shin Megami Tensei V. The super, ultra, magnum boss of this game, the Demi-Fiend. And I'm being a stubborn ass and doing it without going in to New Game Plus. So we're doing a horse manure build. Also, thank you so much for the rose, Novi. I genuinely appreciate it so much. I'm taking a chair. I'll get back to you in a second, Arctic, and we'll talk about Fanta doing questionable things. I'm taking a chair. You get the chair on the top right. You get a chair on the top right. Okay. I was wondering what you were stating. I thought that you were doing something in work that required you to take a chair, Novi. So I thought for a minute that you had just become a judge or become something of authority figure in your work situation that needed to call you just for this reason, that they're bringing you in to work just to sit on the chair. Awesome. Fanta is releasing a ghost face punch. It's going to be berry flavor. To be fair, I don't blame them because, like, Monster is releasing every flavor under the goddamn sun, and you're as well do it. So do you want to know something really, really funny, Strawberry? The confectionery, and I have to use the terminology correct on this one, the confectionery with the most variance in flavor is not a drink. It is a chocolate candy bar. It has a total of 127 variants of its flavors as things stand. Do you want to guess, Strawberry, before I let you know what brand of chocolate confectionery might be the one that I'm discussing about? Also, Katie, 'tis a pleasure to have you in, my dear. What's a crack-a-lackin'? Okay, now the funny part. I'm guessing I said something that allowed you to be schneid. Because I have no idea what you're on about, Katie. But hey, we'll see how she ends up cooking anyway. I'll give you another minute, Arctic, in case you are thinking about asking the question before I let you all know. Lindor chocolate. No, it isn't Lindor. It isn't Lindor. I'll give you one hint. Okay, I'll give you one hint. Its packaging is gold wrapper with the red wrapper. You said you want to know something funny. Well, I'm currently in the process of discussing it. So, Arctic Strawberry was telling us there that Fanta is currently releasing a ghost-faced punch flavor, and that it's going to be berry flavor. And I was telling them that there is a confectionery out there at the moment that has the most variancy in flavor. And that confectionery is a chocolate candy bar. And I was trying to see whether or not either Arctic or someone else was able to determine what it is before I tell you. It's not Bourville. Lint chocolate, it isn't either. Okay, so, do you want to give one more guess, Novi, before I let you know the most random fact? Either Kinder or Cadbury's. Neither. Neither, Purple. Neither. In fact, I'm going to show you it. And when you see the image, you're going to kick yourself. Okay. Okay, here we go. Add an image, here we go. And we go to here. And we click you. Okay. And the option, my friends, is none other than the following. Kit Kat! Kit Kat is the answer to my question. There are 127 different flavors of Kit Kat. I said chocolate candy bar confectionery. Because that's what it is officially determined as. And it's not a biscuit. There's a reason I said it exactly the way that I said it, Novi. Because it is a wee bit mean. But there are 127 different flavors of Kit Kat. It is the most wild variant object of anything that has been produced. And that, to me, is bloody hilarious. I love that fact. It's such a dopey fact, but I love that fact so much. I actually am a fan of the Kit Kats. I think a Kit Kat Crunchy is unbelievable, even though it is one of the funniest would I lie to you moments that has been done when Bob Mortimer ends up describing how he lost all of the 7 front teeth on his mouth by biting in to a Kit Kat Chunky that was stuck in a goddamn fridge. It became so hard that when he bit into it, it snapped his teeth out. This Saturday, I'll be making the camel apple cheesecake. Yes, and Fox, don't think I haven't forgotten. We need to see an image of it or you're getting timed out for a week. I should have known that the Lady Lundy has a redeem to collect Kit Kat favours. Yeah, it's kind of insane how many of them there are. They do, there's elderflower, there's birch tree, there's tons and tons and tons of flavors that it ends up going through. It's kind of insane when you think about it, you know? I kind of love it in a way that they end up doing all of those things. Yeah, you can see it over there, yeah. Interesting. Again, the lunar eclipse will be an awesome thing when we end up seeing it now, to be fair. So it'll just be gas as it ends up coming in and everything ends up working correctly, you know? Again, the fact that this is the first time that this happens in 27 years is insane. By the way, the other thing about this too is anyone worried about the fact that in terms of lore, tonight is the night that Hellboy comes back? Yeah, tonight is the night that the Nazis end up reviving Hellboy. You know, end up opening up the portal to the other world and end up trying to bring out a demon of demonic structure. You know, bring back Dracula or elements such as that, if you believe the Hellboy lore. Also, I've been trying to be nice so that I don't end up butchering the algorithm on any of the applications that I'm on, and I mentioned the goddamn Nazis, so I don't have a chance of anyone viewing the rest of the stream since we end up going down on any platform that I'm on. So, woo woo, Craic was a tit. Yes, in fact, most of them are in Japan, Arctic, and some of them are distributed exclusively amongst districts in Japan as well. So, you know, it's even weirder when you take that into consideration. Nice! What type of pancakes are you going to end up making, my dear? The big puffy ones or the smaller kind of almost boxty level ones? I have to end up getting the recipe off my father again, but there's a thing in Ireland known as boxty. And boxty is effectively a potato pancake. He loves them. Not my cup of tea. For the love of... You can notice why me grinding to see whether or not I could do this fight pissed me off a bit. But we'll just wait for it to go. Look up Lay's Potato Trip when you get a chance. Well, I know of Lay's, and I know they have tons of different flavors. Lay's, as far as I know, and I might be wrong in this, Lay's own Walkers. And they end up having loads of different flavors as well. I know they ended up adding variety packs. I think Lay's was the first establishment to do Guinness as one of their flavors that would ended up going through there as well. Like I know that Tato Crisp here in Ireland have a Guinness flavored crisp, and they also have bacon and cabbage to stick with old school Irish lore. Have you ever watched the movie called Yoga Housers? Have I? No. I have not. Lily Rose Depp is in it. Oh, father and daughter are playing in the same movie. Wow. Huh. I have not watched this movie. God, I didn't think Johnny Depp was nepotistic like that. I didn't think Johnny Depp and Adam Sandler had so much in common. By the way, I love Adam Sandler, and I feel so sorry to say this. Sadie Sandler does not know how to act. I'm sorry you're not an actress, Sadie. You're just not. Maybe you can become it. Maybe you'll end up finding your groove. Maybe the new movie that's coming out will be grand, but she has been in 4 movies and has been the worst actress, the worst actor in all of the movies. And I'm so sorry to say that. Also, now that it's confirmed that they're making another Grown Ups, there's no way she's not going to be in it. Well, yeah, but Kevin Smith is also... Kevin Smith is an interesting situation, because obviously this movie came out in 2016. Kevin Smith lost every single bit of Hollywood leverage that he had after the Netflix rendition of Masters of the Universe. That bombed so badly, no one wants to touch him with a 10-foot pole. You know? No bother, Arctic. Thank you so much for coming in, my friend. It was a pleasure talking to you. Just remember, before you go, that I have been Stupid Sexy Craic. Shlong go full, my friend, and as always, Poke Mahone. Have a fantastic evening. That's awesome. There's someone in Ireland at the moment that the lunar eclipse has turned the sky red for them. And it isn't that way yet for me. So that's astonishing that that has happened for someone that I already know. Yoga Housers has Canadian through Mach. Interesting, interesting. I'll have to watch it in the future, Purple, and see what it's like. Like those type of meme movies, those type of pulling the piss movies, can be my cup of tea. So we'll end up doing that. Also, by the way, I missed him completely. Magna, my friend, what's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious with you, my friend? I hope that the crack is treating you 90. How is the day treating you? As does the sexy slam both sides of the Atlantic show up. How are things lambing? Are you doing good, grand, and delicious as well? We're live on all of the platforms today. The red one, the green one, the black one, and the purple one. So we're going a bit different about it. I might continue to do shout-outs, but not be as tenuously shouting them out as normal. I haven't yet figured out how much I'm allowed to state on this app as I am on the black one without causing the black one's algorithm to just go boing. So we'll end up seeing what ends up happening. But for now, we're just trying the Shin Megami Tensei Demi-Fiend fight. We've been at it now for an hour, and we'll see what ends up happening. Lammy, I'm always thinking about you. You know, always and ever thinking about you. You know, it's hard not to think about the sexiest lamb both sides of the Atlantic. Okay, so we've already discussed what 90% of this fight ends up taking. Once we survive the first turn, we don't have to worry about anything. The rest of the RNG elements have nothing to do with this turn, so we've already gotten past the first RNG check. Okay, Luster Candy ourselves up. And who knows, maybe in the future, Webby, I'll end up showing you my solar eclipse. Miss Sassy, my dear, what's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious with you? I hope that the crack is treating you 90. We managed to end up fixing our stream deck, so these are back. So, you know, that's going to be a joy for us all. But how is life treating you, my dear? I hope it's going good, grand, and delicious as we set ourselves up for this fight. For this to be ideal, we need the sleep to end up hitting now on everybody but the Demi-Fiend. But let's see. Nope, that's really bad. By the way, this has the potential to break the run. This is one of the bits of RNG. We need this to hit. We need this to hit Gary McCullough. If this doesn't hit Gary McCullough, we've already died. Good, 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 good. Okay, so 2 out of 3 of them is not bad. It's not as great as the time we had it before, but 2 out of 3 of them is not bad. Okay, can we get through this? Here's the Gaia Rage to knock all our health out immediately. There goes 1 Endure. We must now survive until we get back around to the Demi-Fiend. So no one can die to Cucullin. Good, he survived. And he didn't get any stun. Before that, it was updating, and now it is. Well, W-Crack, well done. Beautiful. We'll end up seeing the camera's moving on the screen that I'm seeing now, so we'll see what ends up happening. So now, my friends, comes. Don't seal, don't seal, and that's why we needed him gone. We lost. In theory, we might have enough to do it. I don't think we do. We're going to do the Amorita Shower to get rid of the seal. I don't think we have enough strength without that second Luster Candy. But now we need luck to come down. A 66% chance to hit on all of these, my friends. Cross your fingers and your toes for me. We might need it. Can the first one hit? Number 1 of 4. Will it hit? Yes! Never mind. I forgot to do this. I forgot to do the critical. I forgot to do the Magasuchi move. That's such a stupid mistake by me. Such a stupid mistake by me. We get the hit in the whole lot, and I make that stupid mistake. That's insane. Anyways, in we go again. Let's see how we end up doing. We need everything to go right for this to work, so let's see if it ends up going right first. Has anyone gotten the proper spectacles in order to actually view the solar eclipse themselves? Webby ended up giving us the link here, so we're just watching it to see what ends up happening with it. But I don't actually mind that much about it. Kevin Smith's situation can't be that bad with Hollywood. I mean, Jared Leto is still being cast as comic book characters. Let me put it this way, Purple. Kevin Smith cashed in all of his leverage in order to make Masters of the Universe, and as a result of which has no leverage anymore. Jared Leto knows where all the bodies are buried. That's all I'll say. Jared Leto knows where all the bodies are laid, and that's the reason why he keeps getting selected. And Jared Leto is also has a phenomenally good agent. Keep in mind, he had Masters of the Universe lined up to be the voice of Skeletor before he'd done House of Gucci. Before he'd done House of Gucci, he had it lined up. That's how good his goddamn agent is. He is one of the best agents in all of Hollywood. But yeah, no, Kevin Smith unfortunately kind of lost all of his cachet after Masters of the Universe on Netflix, because it lost so much money. But we'll see. He'll probably end up coming back, like everyone comes back in Hollywood, you know? Okay. Anyway, let's continue with this as the solar situation is happening now as well. The sun has yet to completely engulf the moon, so we'll see what ends up happening when it does. We need to bring out Gary McCullough. Jay Muse. I'll have to search up Jay Muse. I think you mentioned him before. He's the book that you mentioned from the movie, isn't it, Lammy? Jay Muse. Okay, and producer, longtime friend of Kevin Smith. Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Vulgar, down there, Big Green, Murdoch Mysteries, Killing Mary Sue. Interesting. He hasn't been in anything big in a while, except he was the voice of Stinkor and Brada in Masters of the Universe Revelation, which is what screwed Kevin Smith. So, you know, we'll see what ends up happening with it. Like everything in Hollywood, you're only dead until you're not. So Smith will end up finding a resurgence. He'll find someone that'll back him. It's kind of impossible unless you're trying to fail downwards in Hollywood. You kind of always fail upwards unless you're trying to fail downwards, you know? So we'll see what ends up happening with them. Okie dokie. So we're at this point now. Jay and Silent Bob movies are amazing. Yeah, Lammy was saying that to me earlier on today. I haven't had the honor of watching them to my knowledge. Maybe I have. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I have. So we'll see in the future what I end up thinking about them. I'll watch them in the Discord at some point in time. So keep an eye on my Discord if you want to end up watching a movie with me. I plan on going in there, watching more stuff and playing more stuff in there, and just enjoying the crack there as well. Yeah, yes, you were saying that. Did it go... I think I'm done for the day. I think I'm done trying to talk for the day. What the hell was that scat that just ended up happening? Okie dokie. And we need to hope that that Cuchulainn doesn't end up sealing us. Okay. Cuchulainn, Fatal Sword, fine. Wind, fine. Gaia Rush, fine. Cuchulainn, please don't do anything. Okay. Thanks, you stupid game. I've never had this much bad luck. Honestly, in all of the attempts that I have been doing this in order to see whether or not I was ready for this stream, I haven't had luck this bad, which is absolutely hilarious and typical that that's happening so badly. But hey, we'll roll with the punches and see how she cooks. Okay, down goes the defense. Swap in Gera McCullough. Immediately do the Imperious Animus. Well, Impaler's Animus. Do that on them, then do the Luster Candy. We survive this turn. Bang straight back to him. Beautiful. Now, Gera McCullough swaps out for Shushinki.
Let's go.
The Nahobino does the sleep. We hope that it knocks all of them except for the Demi-Fiend to sleep. Nope, that's bad. That's very, very bad. Now we need this to hit someone. We need it to hit someone or we're already dusted. Yep, we're dusted! Yay! There's our Gaia Rage. Can we get through this turn without crits happening? Nope. There we go. Just so unlucky. It's just so unlucky. V-release! What's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious, my friend? We're here doing the Demi-Fiend, getting ourselves set up, seeing if the work that we have done in the last 20 hours of grinding will allow us to get the victory. If all goes well, I know that the damage profile will end up going right. But we need a number of things to go right for us. And literally everything we're trying is going wrong. And we're needing to reset and reset and reset and reset and see how it ends up going. And yet, this is still faster than the other attempts that I've been doing.
How's this?
But hey, you know, we're doing it back. On top of that, my friend, Webby, friend of the chat there, has sent us on an image for the solar eclipse. So we're going to end up watching how that ends up coming together on the YouTube live stream that he's ended up putting down, which should be grand. And we'll see how the crack ends up going there, you know. Also, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. I genuinely appreciate it. I first watched the movies out of order, not that there is an order. I mean, I am of the opinion, and an awful lot of writers would disagree with me on this opinion. I am of the opinion that if you write a story that is segmented into different sections of it, okay, we'll do this in a second. My friends were just after being given a raid on the purple app here, so let us give all of the proper expletives in place that are required. Thank you so much, Red, for sending the love in. It is a pleasure to have, it is a pleasure for you to have selected me as the person that you have rated in. For those of you that do not know who I am CAC, aka Crack Attack of CraicAttackCentral. I am from Irlande Fort, aka the Emerald Isles, aka Ireland. And I am here for your pleasure. Many have called me the Johnny Bravo of streaming because my heat and sexiness is just wild. But my friends, feel free to lurk should you want to, but converse with me should you want to as well. Do not worry, I don't bite, unless you want me to. Anyway, Red, how is life treating you? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious? Please, let us know, what was it that you were streaming today? For some reason, the Purple app has decided to stop telling me what people end up playing as they're rating in, which is pissing me off, but never mind it. Swirly G, thank you so much for coming around and saying hello alongside the raid. Rev House, same to end up saying. Violet, it's a pleasure to have you in, my dear. Who knows? Pleasure to have you, my friend. Is it going good, grand, and delicious? It's a pleasure to have you there. And Bird 89 with your beautiful golden please that looks exactly like Kirby. Is it all going good, grand, and delicious? I was streaming myself drawing new emotes. That sounds like an awesome time, Red. I'll have to end up going back and having a gawk at it so that I can end up seeing the potential work that I might end up at some point, should I be able to afford it, send on your way. But until then, my friends, Sassy has decided to either punish you or give you wonders. I'm not 100% sure which, but I will allow for Sassy's horn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. There we go. It's normally smoother than that. It's normally smoother than that. Oh my god! Beta! Thank you so much, my friend! 2 in a row! Wow! Thank you so much for choosing me, my friend. How did your stream end up going? I hope that it was wonderful. Please let us know what you were playing, my friend. For those of you that do not know who I am CAC, aka Crack Attack of CraicAttackCentral. I am a variety streamer from Irlande Fort, aka the Emerald Isles, aka Ireland. Some people have called me the Johnny Bravo of streaming because I'm just so saucy. But for all of you, I am here for your wonderful pleasure. Feel free, if you want to lurk. However, should you want to converse, feel free to do that as well, because I don't bite unless you want me to. How did the Dead by Daylight go? I have to say that Chaos and Aura Master have started to make me feel like I might get into playing that game more often. You know, the little bit that I done with both of them was a gas bit of crack. Ended up enjoying it, put down from there, and we'll see. The next big thing that I want to do is get a collection of people together and try to do Peak. I know that Tizoy done it there the other day, and I kind of wish I was able to join it. But, you know, that's for future crack. But, you know, it's all good, grand, delicious, and we see what ends up happening. It was great games with even greater people. Lots and lots of laughs. I mean, that's all that you want, isn't it? So, well, and all I can say is thank you so much for feeling that my stream was the proper destination to send over all of your loyal viewers to come to me. I genuinely appreciate it so much, my friend, as they watch me play with the random number generator on Shin Megami Tensei V. Vengeance against the Demi-Fiend. I'm so glad I got to raid you. I thought you had gotten off, so I was happy to see you still on. Yep, no, I'm on for a good bit longer, my friend. It depends on how this fight ends up going, but I'm on for a bit. Whilst watching the lunar eclipse on a live stream that Webby ended up sending over to me, so we're just enjoying the crack and seeing how that goes. Considering I'm brown-nosing and self-promoting myself, I am on all platforms. The red one twice, the green one, and the black one, and obviously this one, the purple one, and under the names CraicAttackCentral. If you want to, give us a follow, you know. It never hurts to have more people end up coming in. But we've already won against the random number generator once because Shiva didn't get sealed. So, lowered down the defense of all of the enemies. Beautiful. Swap Shiva with Gira McCullough, which ends up meaning that an automatic reflection is going to happen on the next turn. With our wonderful French Wolf doing Impaler's Animus. With our wonderful Oni, we end up doing Impaler's Animus. And back to Gira McCullough, we go and we do Luster Candy. I'm gonna lurk for now. My back is killing me, so I need to get out of the desk. No bother, my friend. Again, thank you so much for choosing me for your raid. Just remember before you go, bid up, I have been Stupid Sexy Craic. Shlongafol, my friend, as you are lurking. And Pog Mahone. To be fair, Lammy, today, two big raids end up coming in. I'm watching a solar eclipse and I'm working on other applications as well. But you're right. So let's have a see. Okay, come back here. So, you are being awkward, so we'll come over to you. Come up to here. Then we have that. Lamb just said her taco is dripping. I mean, I know. She sent me the images. We are here from space. Take us to your streamer. Bit is there. Skunky, welcome in, Raiders. So, I got off the raid. Lock in. You missed two important... What did Skunky end up saying? Welcome, Raiders. So, Lamb... Oh, so he said it as well. Yeah, well, she's already sent me the images of it. So, you know, it's a beautiful looking taco. And, you know, if I was there, I'd have it go... But, you know, that's for future Craic, not for any of you to end up knowing. And all of you that end up stating that I shouldn't end up looking that way at, you know, the wonderful dripping taco.
Off is the direction you can fuck.
But until then, I'm just going to end up, you know, feeling like this. Anyways, back to trying to beat the random number generator. After the advertisement, my friends, because everything ends up putting in a block first. So, let's continue to have conversations and see how she kicks. The other thing that's happening now as well that is pulling my direction one way or the other is at 7:30, my team Manchester United are playing as well versus Leeds. So in 15 minutes, that is happening. So I'm going to try and put that on in the background as well if there actually is a competent stream being put up by MUTV, so that we can end up having a gawk at that and seeing how we're doing in pre-season games, you know? So we'll have the crack there as well, you know? Specifically because I want to see whether or not the starlet that Manchester United end up having, JJ Gabriel, will end up playing. But, you know, we'll enjoy what ends up happening either way and see how it clicks together, you know? What is this song? Hummingbird by Metro Boom and James Blake. Okay, I haven't heard this song before. This is interesting. I'm letting my application that ends up streaming music kind of play to its own devices and bring up the songs that it thinks is going to be nice for the first song that I played today. And it can't disappoint. It hasn't disappointed me today so far. Anyway, we're just enjoying it, seeing. Feel free, by the way, my friends, if you have a song that you want the Craic to end up listening to do the song request there on the Purple app. And in the future, we'll see if we can end up implementing that on other apps as well. But that's for future Craic. For now, though, we're back to playing with fire and seeing how things go. One of the biggest events happens here. We bring Suki on, and we need to have a sleep happen. Ideally, we sleep all of them, but the one that we really need to get sleep is Gera McCullough and Cuchulainn. Gera McCullough, so that it gives us the extra press turn. Cuchulainn, because he's been ripping our ass 10 shades to crap every time he gets a chance. So Pixie is down. Then we do the setup for the Gaia Rage. Now we do one more sleep and hope that it ends up taking out Gera McCullough. Nope. Why would it hit the person that it's weak to? Joker! What's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, Grant? And delicious, my friend. I hope that the Craic is treating you 90. I have to say, I've been lurking in a number of your streams. I'm loving the work that you've been doing with WWE 2K26. I have the game, but my faction mode pissed me off so much that I didn't end up getting it set up the way that I wanted to, and as a result of which, I need to eventually end up putting the money towards the tribute mod pack that will basically end up helping me get all of those stuff so that I end up doing the CAC Wrestling Federation as well. But how is life treating you, my friend? Is it all going good, Grant, and delicious? I hope that the Craic is treating you well and that the day is going great. Anyways, this could go very, very bad. We need this to go well for us. So, Gaia Rage will end up walloping us all down to 1. We need Cuchulainn now to do something stupid. Not that. Or that. Now Cuchulainn's gonna kill one of our members unless it does... No, okay. Okay. I don't know if without the second luster candy, if we have enough strength to take out these minions. But we will see. Gave you a follow already. Had to come and check you out, WStream, my friend. Well, it's a pleasure to have you come in, my friend. We've been doing... Before this, we stopped. And I done 20 hours of off-stream grinding because my stubborn ass didn't want to do New Game Plus until I bet this boss. So now we're attempting to do the cheese mechanic to beat this boss. Problem is that we have gotten our setup done up to here. We have managed to circumvent some, not all, but some of the RNG horse malarkey that ends up coming around. Gladly, Joker, if you want to end up doing something with it, please send me a DM. My Discord is in the pinned comment there, along with my 2 shorts, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, go on, follow my crap, that have been released today. I'm happy to do something with you in the future, if you're up for having some Craic on your stream. I mean, there's nothing like injecting a bit of Craic into your stream. But let's see how things end up going here. We need to do the adversity, which the lower our health point is, the more damage we end up doing. So now we have the potential to do roughly 15,000 damage to the Demi-Fiend. The problem is this has a 66 and a 6% chance of hitting. So we need this to hit 4 times. So, for the 4th time today that we've gotten to here, 1. Ah! That's the 4th time! Are you kidding me? On the first one 4 times in a row! I swear! In my practices before this, the RNG generator had not been this mean to me. It's kicking my ass. Oh my god! Oh my god! I suppose there's only one thing I can do to give myself some satisfaction, and all of you people can end up doing it too. Wouldn't you like to know, Lammy? If you play your cards right, maybe you'll find out. But until then... the best sound that a social alcoholic will ever hear. Oh, bollocks. That's my WWE face when 2K26 decides to bollock my arse as well. Anyways, let's do this one more time. So we've already gotten over one of our hurdles. Shiva didn't end up getting sealed. So we're already past the first RNG check.
Come!
Now Impaler's Animus on our French Werewolf. Impaler Animus on our Oni. And Luster Candy on our Giant Elephant. The Giant Elephant will do the reflection like that. We then come around to our second wave of RNG.
Your turn. Go!
Will we be able to put them to sleep? We want everyone but the Demi-Fiend to go to sleep.
Take.
There's Gara McCullough put to sleep, so that means that we're at least sound on that neck. But we want to have the other two go to sleep if we can help it. So, up comes the attack charm on us so that it ends up doing the Gaia Rage. And we do the sleep one more time. Can we get lucky? Nope. We could be screwed off of this. Impaler's Animus by Suki. Impaler's Animus by me. And let's see. The Gaia Rage goes through. Fine. Up we go, up we go, up we go.
Do not test me.
Debilitate. That's annoying, but fine.
Time to die!
And we lose. Yep, there we go. I mean, we'll try it. We'll try. I think without both of the buffs, I don't think we have enough to do it. We'll try it. There's no reason not to. We'll try it. I don't think we have enough damage. Anyways, will we hit the 4 slashes? Slash number uno.
You ready?
Uno. Hits. Dos. Missed. Never mind. It wasn't enough, by the way. It wasn't enough, by the way. The damage. It wasn't enough. And that debilitate screwed us. Like, this is an insane level of unlucky RNG. I know to ye this just looks like horse crap. That you probably don't understand what's going on at all, and I can explain more of what's going on should you want to. But the solar eclipse is almost about to hit, by the way, my friends. It's pretty much a complete blackout, which you can't see here where I'm from at all anyway, so I can't look at it. But it's beautiful what's being done there. First time in 27 years. Probably not going to see it again for another 27 years. Okay, we'll do this. Impaler's Animus now. On our French Wolf. On our Oni. Gara McCullough Luster Candy. And we're on to the second round of RNG. This second round of RNG has hit once for us. Can we end up getting it right this time?
Your turn. Go.
We need Cuchulainn to get hit. Cuchulainn, and we need Gara McCullough to get hit so that we can end up doing the Imperium, the Animus on all of our characters. But we needed to hit Cuchulainn as well.
Take that.
Okay, that's bad. Hack mirror me. And this is effectively our screw point. Hits Gara McCullough. Okay. So we'll see what ends up happening here. Can Cuchulainn do the right move for us? Okay. Yes. Okay. If we're doing it, this is the run, my friends. Let's see. Can it work for us? Luster Candy. We're up to 2 on the Nahobino, the French Wolf, and our Onigiri. We have our adversity played now. And now we end up doing it. 4 chances. Can we finally hit the first one where it ends up working right? 1. We hit it. 2. We hit it. 3. No! And we missed the last one too. Oh, come on! That was it, if you bloody hit. Oh, that was the run. That was the run. All I had to do was hit. That's just really, 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 really unlucky. I mean, crap happens, but that is just really, really unlucky. You know? Anyway, sorry, just checking something really quick. So, need to do this. Are you working for me? Nope. Which means we do this. Okay. Good. That's up and running now. In Crow Park. What a massive amount of people in Crow Park. It's phenomenal. It's really interesting to see soccer in Crow Park for the first time in 9 years. Football, first time in 9 years that there's been football in Crow Park. Normally you go to Lansdowne Road or the Aviva Stadium, so it's fascinating to see that that's the case. Like, Croke Park is such a gorgeous stadium when full. It's such a gorgeous stadium when full. Genuinely, it's one of the most beautiful sights you'll ever see when full. Almost as beautiful as that actual solar eclipse that's happening now. We're actually at the full point of the solar eclipse in the stream that Webby ended up sending off to us. And it looks absolutely divine. So I hope if anyone ended up watching it, they ended up enjoying it. If anyone ended up watching it IRL, I hope that you minded your eyes. But yeah. Andreas Santos starting for United today, alongside one of the Fletcher boys. I would have liked... Oh, for the love of God. Anyway, we'll just run through it, let us fail, considering that's an auto failure for us, and continue on then. It's an auto failure if Shiva gets sealed. Auto failure if it happens. It's sad. We don't have a choice, we have to experiment with it, see if it ends up working, but it's an auto failure for us if Shiva ends up getting sealed. But we're trying to lock into a release. We're doing the best that we can. We're giving it all our gumption, all our hope to vanquish the monster that is RNG, because it's royally kicking my ass today. This is the worst I've seen RNG come my way in quite a long time. Like, all of these characters have increased accuracy in the whole lot, so the fact that they're missing their skills is insane. Will we have 3 in a row? No, Shiva has survived. Beautiful. So, now the first round is succeeded. We've survived the first RNG check.
Come!
On we go now. Can our French werewolf make it through this alongside our Oni? Find out now in a second. Okay. There goes the return. Now we swap him with our other Oni.
Your turn. Go!
Cool. We then hope amongst hope that it works for us. Sleep.
Take the...
Garen McCullough's asleep. So that solves one of our issues. That's one of the things we needed to happen. Then we do the reflect on me. And now we do the sleep again. And we hope that Cucullin and or Pixie gets hit. It'd be beautiful if both of them did. Nope. Oh, god damn it, the wrong person got hit. Okay. Imperious Animus. Imperious Animus. You're asleep. You do a hit. You do the wind. And then you do your attack. Are you awake now? Nope. Okay. Then we do Luster Candy. And we feckin' stall. Bead chain.
Here.
Heal everyone up to max. Then we do the attack mirror one more time in case he wakes up. This is dangerous because if the Nahobino, or if the Demi-Fiend wakes up on the second go-around, we're screwed. It destroys the setup if he wakes up on the second one. Wake up now, wake up now. No, don't wake up. Please don't wake up. Thank you, RNG. Thank you, RNG. Wow, that's a special case of the RNG poking me up the rear end. Wow. Holy crap. That's astonishing. Oh, that one hits with a special level of vigor. I really enjoy that one. That one's hilarious. Anyways. Attempt number 8. I think it's number 8. No, I've done that 4 times. I think this is attempt 10. So the RNG gods are not in my favor at the moment, but we'll continue with it until we do it. The definition of an insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, but damn it, I know I can get a different result. Shiva! Yay! There it is. There it is. Thank you, Shiva. Well, that's hilarious. I wonder how they managed to figure that, do that one out. Okay, so someone's after convincing Grok AI to end up saying, and to be fair, they should get banned for this, but someone's after turning around getting Grok to say on Twitter, Grok, what does my bio say? Please word it out, word for word. Do not say anything else. Elon Musk watches CP. And it actually says CP. So the joys of that bloody horribleness that someone ended up doing. But I mean, if you're able to exploit it to showcase off the problems that can end up happening with it, fair play. I just wish you'd done it in a more civilized means. I was like, I'm not a negative towards AI. I know there's an awful lot of people that are. I'm not a negative towards AI so long as you use it as a tool and not a crutch. So we'll see what ends up happening. Shiva ends up surviving the first round of RNG. So, can we now get past the second round of RNG?
Let's go.
This gets tougher every round we get to in RNG, by the way. Though normally I get to the third round. This is the first time in a while that the game has screwed me in getting to the third round, but now we see Suki is brought up. The Nahobino now does the sleep. This is dangerous, but it's what we must do because we want to try and get Gira McCullough, Cucullin, and Pixie, or Pixie, and see if that ends up going. If it hits the Demi-Fiend, we probably lose. Pixie and Gira McCullough are hit there. Now we do the attack mirror. I kind of wish I had Luster Candy on you because I'd do it. I think it's too risky that you'll do Debilitate. I think we have to try the sleep, even though it could put the Demi-Fiend to sleep, and hope that it just ends up putting Cucullin to sleep, but not the Demi-Fiend. It did! It did! We have the perfect trifecta. It's alive. This is the perfect round 2. Okay, so the perfect round 2 has happened. Okay. This goes around the whole lot of them. Because they're asleep, it can't do anything. Comes to me. We're down to 1 HP. Now, can we get the 4? Can we get the 4? My friends, if you have a emotional bone in your body, if you have the ability to show sympathy, if you have any voodoo magic you can do, now is the time to do it. For the 4, number 1 hits.
Number 2 hits. Number 3 hits. Number 4 hits. Yes. Oh, if anyone wanted to do the goddamn victory bonus from Final Fantasy, now's when you do it, but my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Thank you, Velvet. You have no idea how great it feels to know that the effort that I have put into place to get this to work as it was meant to has done it. We get the chaotic number on Maka. You know, 6666666 in Maka. Thankfully we have enough anyway, so that's beautiful. We end up having Tessa level up, which is beautiful. Beyond her beauty, so we ended up getting her level up there. And then we have Amada Noku leveling up for us, which is beautiful as well.
Wow, you're pretty good. Okay, here. This is for you.
We got the menorah. Oh, I know. It is a reference. It is a reference. The Fiendish Sash. What does that do? I'm feeling right. You want us to join you, am I right? Yes. So we can make the Demi-Fiend join us. So we don't know about guest characters because guest characters are technically set to the vengeance route, but there's our big man. There's the Demi-Fiend. Foes' innate skills will not trigger when the user attacks. Counter-attacks triggered by innate skills will not go on. Look at these bloody skills. He is cracked. He's cracked. And it's kind of beautiful to see. Well, the one thing, you can't actually take guests out as well, which is the other thing about it. But genuinely, he's cracked. Now, what is that relic? Is it a key item? I have no idea what he gave me. I should have immediately searched it up. Yeah, Fiendish Slash. Proof. Oh, it's literally just... Yes, Andy. Yes, Andy. Nua is indeed busted. And that's why, one of the reasons why this was so hard. Most of the strategies I have seen for Vengeance about taking out the Demi-Fiend, it required you needing Nua. Required you needing to do New Game Plus. Required you needing to do Vengeance so that you get Omogatama Succession. I done the old school Imperium Animus or Imperior Animus trick with 2 Onis. The luck that we needed to do it was insane. Also, by the way, what the fuck am I at? Save, Craic. So, that has now been done. You can face him again, which we ain't bloody doing. Because obviously you don't have him. But, oh, the advertisements are up. I didn't even hear it go off. So we'll wait for the advertisements to finish now, and then we'll continue on there.
Thankfully, we have him gotten now. That's what we wanted. That is what we needed. We have a couple of clean up bits we need to do just before we go into starting New Game Plus. And because of the mood that I'm in, I might actually start a bit of New Game Plus here with us. It'll be speed running what we've ended up doing before, so we'll see what ends up happening. But for now, we're just going to end up seeing what ends up happening. One of the things that we ended up doing that is a little different is we missed a side quest. We missed a side quest, and I could have shown it off before we started this, but I knew this was going to take a while and potentially wasn't going to work. So,
I am certain this is why the menorah now Nahobino. This world can abide by.
Okay, so what we do is, by the way, because as far as I know, I don't think.
How is this?
That you can give him skills. Okay, so we can end up taking skills from the Nahobino, but the only one you'd end up taking is the Gaia Rage, and ironically, it's not worth it. You know? So what we end up doing is we take the affinity of the Demi-Fiend and you give it to me. So everything is blocked out and we're in a good situation. Caffeinated Cloud, my friend. What is a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious? 'Tis a pleasure to have you back in. How is life treating you? I hope that you are enjoying yourself on this fine Wednesday, the 12th of August. And that all is going good, grand, and delicious with you, my dear. We have just beaten the top super boss, well, one of the top super bosses of Vengeance without touching a New Game Plus save. When you've done with the Vengeance route, you can revisit Creation so you can try your luck with True Masakado, who's level 99 before you try Godborn. Can I do True Masakado on this run, Andy? Or is it only with a second run? Because I'm going into New Game Plus of...
How is this?
Because I'm going into New Game Plus of this without going into the Vengeance route to clean up the tree Conquest of Creation routes now. At least that's what I was thinking. Tell me if you think that's a bad move, if I should go straight over to Vengeance, because I don't have a problem doing that. I was thinking of just doing a couple of cleanup streams and seeing how that ends up going. But let us know what you think. Also, by the way, I hope that work is treating you brilliantly, Cloud. Do you mind if I ask if you're able to, by the way? Because obviously, if you're working, you need to focus on it. What do you work at? The item that unlocks the true Masakado is only obtainable on the Vengeance route. That is such horse malarkey. Well, thank you for letting me know. That is such horse malarkey. Horse manure of the highest degree. But at least we know. So we have a super boss that we have to come back to this mode to do. So do you think that when we finish this now and get the true neutral ending, that the best thing to do is go straight over to the canon of Vengeance, Andy? Or redo the true law ending and the true chaos ending before getting the secret ending? Because I know there are 4 Conquest of Creation endings. What do you recommend as the way to do it? But since the zone you fight Masakado isn't in Vengeance, you still gotta go back to there. I work in biotech, specifically in stability, which is part of the quality and regulation compliance for a DNA manufacturing company. Nice! I'd say you got an awful lot of bollocking during COVID. of random people that had no idea what the hell was going on and was blaming just DNA researching facilities because of where the Wuhan research facility ended up coming down. I'm in software development, and I worked with, I have no problem mentioning this, although it has the potential to dox me, but I have no problem mentioning this. I worked with Ericsson in Athlone in Ireland. I worked with them, which are the #1 radio telecommunications company in the world. And the ironic thing about it was, when I joined them, there was a big movement to stop 5G towers being put up. And in my hometown here, there was literally a protest to stop a 5G tower going up to give everyone better internet, with someone having a sign saying, "Won't someone please think of the children?" which I found absolutely fecking hilarious. True neutral is the way to go. Well, it's the route that I'm on, Andy. We know that because we've already beaten the final boss. Because we bet the final boss before we continued on. So we know we're on true neutral. So we're going to get Nua, and we're going to get whoever else and we're going to get transformed Bucko McGee and the whole lot. But yes, guests weren't a thing in the base one, but we still have Demi here. Think of the children. I know. To be honest, I've been heavily thinking of adding "Won't someone please think of the children" as one of the pop-ups caffeinated cloud. But, you know, considering we don't have the "Won't someone please think of the children," we do have the response to the person that put up that sign.
Off is a direction you can fuck.
You know, so at least we have that. Anyways, now we do one of 3 side quests here. So this here is Maria. Maria transforms into one of 3 demons depending on which route you are on. We're on true neutral, which means we're getting dogged as mother. So that'll be fun. But I suppose, to be honest, it would have been more useful to use this one during the Demi-Fiend fight, but we must remember going into this fight, even though there isn't a chance in hell that it wins. And there isn't a chance in hell that it wins. But we should remember in this fight.
Shut up.
Don't you forget, you ain't won yet.
It's weird that to get Nua, you need to beat the game first, but you can just get her during your first Vengeance playthrough. That's actually annoying. That's actually annoying because it's a very strong demon. And now we face Danu, and we get dogged as... you know, I should have brought Dogged into this fight. But hey, you know, it doesn't really matter. We're going to nuke her off the face of the earth in about a minute. Just because I want to feel the power of this move, and, you know, it's not going to do anything near the damage that it did to me, but... it's still a nice animation. Oh, she's able to bring in allies. Mandrakes. Fascinating. Says my friend, what's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious with you today? We're just here finishing up, cleaning up our route on the neutral route of Shin Megami Tensei V, Conquest of Creation. We're about to end up winning. We've beaten the Demi-Fiend. We are now as busted as we can make ourselves during this particular run. Case in point. So we're just enjoying it and seeing how it ends up coming together. How is your life treating you, my friend? Also, it is shocking how weak the Demi-Fiend is as an actual party member. I understand why this game, unlike 3, allowed for generalized Pierce. I understand it. However, part of Demi-Fiend's innate passive should have been that he has Pierce. I'm sorry. It just should have been. His innate passive should have just had Pierce. Now, with that being said, it doesn't matter because, again, we do that much damage. But, you know, the way the game describes what she can make, Nua seems way less effective than she actually is. Well, like, the game nuked healers because it knew how strong they were. Like, Idun is nowhere near as useful as she used to be because they completely nuked Golden Apple. But what can you do about it? You do what you can. Also, we've now gotten Lady Danu. So now, my friends, we do the final boss again. And we see the difference in power between the first time we did the final boss on the last stream and this time when we do the final boss. And the level of destruction we shall wrought, it will be biblical in comparison to what we were doing before. Also, by the way, there's the true size of Daddy Beelzebub. Oh, wait a minute. Is Tessa here? Is Tessa here? Oh, I don't think Tessa is here. That's sad.
Hey, hey, hey!
I wanted to show Tessa's true size off. How do people feel about me wasting a couple of minutes seeing if we can spawn Tessa? When user resists 2 or more attacks, you get extra press turns or something like that. It makes you think it only applies to her. Yes. There's Ball, there's you, Vishnu, Cuchulainn, Suki, and Demi-Fiend can end up showing up here.
Hey!
Wow. Wait a minute, can you boost Demi-Fiend's stats? No. I figured you couldn't. I'm here for you, big guy. Doesn't matter to me. Well, no bother. Well, it's a pleasure to have you in, my friend. And to everyone that's here, it's a pleasure to have you all in. There's Beelzebub. There's Cuchulainn. There's Shiva. There's the chair. There's Suki. Okay, so it really doesn't want to show us Tessa. Okay, there's Beelzebub, there's Cuchulainn, there's Amon, there's the chair, there's Kahi, Loki. Okay, nobody there. When in reality, the passive affects the whole party so long as the attack is resisted 2 times in a turn, you get an extra turn. That's insane. That's genuinely insane. Now, to be fair, there's another demon who has that written down as well, and I haven't been able to figure it out. When the user receives a status debuff, add 1 press turn at the start of the user's next turn. It didn't seem to work for me when I was pre-testing the Demi-Fiend. Now, maybe it's different in the Demi-Fiend fight, but there's Gera McCullough, there's Black, or Soul, there's the Cock Chair, there's Amaterasu, and no Tessa. Tessa is really shy today. There's Amon. There's Beelzebub. There's... It is Black, isn't it? Yeah, Black. There's Black. Because I have Hell there. I have Trumpeter there as well. There's the Cock Chair, Demi-Fiend, Cuchulainn, and Shuki. Yeah. At this point, I wonder if I put Tessa in her actual part. Tessa! There's Tessa and all of her wonderful glory! I have to get someone to make an emote of Tessa for me. That's weird. If I'm allowed put it up, I haven't a clue if I'm going to be able to put up an emote of Tessa. But Tessa is just... This is Tessa's true size, not the demonstrably diminutive Tessa that ends up going around with us when we end up bringing her around. This is Tessa's true size. Tessa in all of her wonderful glory. What do people think of Tessa? And I leave Tessa here for you to look at as I end up going for a quick loo break. So I'll be back in 1 second as Tessa's gaping gob gives you all satisfaction. Salutations, Mistress Key. What's a crack-a-lackin'? This ain't no dick. This is Tessa. I mean, to be fair, Andy, it makes sense that Tessa would be, you know, vulnerable to ice. You know, it would shrivel up the great peaks. This is Tessa. This is Tessa, Key. We've shown Tessa off before. Tessa's glorious in all of her wonderful glory. So Tessa's lore, by the way, a Buddhist demon that represents the fear of death, you know. Also known as the Evil One, he sent his daughters to tempt the Buddha during his meditations. To be honest, the one thing I don't know about Mara's lore is who his daughters are. Yeah, no, I love Mara. I think Mara is just such a fascinating design. And we're going to do one more really stupid thing. We're going to do one more really stupid thing. I don't need to do this. In fact, it's a complete waste to do this. But we're going to do one more really stupid thing. What we're going to do, because, you know, expecting Craic to just, you know, move on and enjoy himself is, hold on 1 second, I'll answer that question. So, Mara's... we have Mara's essence. So, Mara's base skills are here. Okay? It's 6-7 as this level by its way. Mara's base skills are Hell Trust, so it trusts into you. It has toxic spray, so it does indeed spray out you. It dances in a sexual nature to make you infatuated. It endures its soul. It presses heavily into you, and then it is a master of imbuing poison upon you. So I let you assume that one yourself. Sassy as if you want my cock away. You'd enjoy my cock. And now I might as well pop up the application and see if I have been... I think I have been shadow. I think I have been shadow nerfed on the black app. I think I have been shadow nerfed on the black app. I don't think that anyone is seeing my stream anymore. Because I haven't had a viewer come into it in about 15 minutes. So I think something I said has pissed them off because I think I'm shadow banned. But yes, there's Tessa, our glorious Tessa. Now what we're going to do, because we're just going to waste a tiny bit of time, is we're going to run around and get grimoires. And why are we getting grimoires? We're getting grimoires specifically to level up Tessa. And the reason why we don't have Tessa with us at the moment is this crow is more likely to find them, the health incenses. And that is how I made the busted build. Because I needed to give strength incenses to the Onis and to the werewolf in order to ensure they were strong enough to be able to actually take out the demi-fiend. So, you know. But we did what we did. It's done now, thankfully. We're soon moving on to, you know, 1.5 or 1.2 or whatever bloody connotation you want to put to New Game Plus. Once we end up making our great Tessa into the level that we're happy with. And we continue on. Mini! What's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious with you, my dear? I hope that the crack is treating you 90 today, my dear. Have you gotten up to anything? Has it been doing well? I hope that everything has been to your heart's desire today. And if it has just been a rest day, always remember those are warranted, my friends. Never feel ashamed about having a rest day. Never feel ashamed about... Is that... Hold on. That is a pair of knickers. Why does Sleepy... Wait a minute. If Sleepy can get away with an emote that's flagging a pair of knickers, I can get away with an emote that is Tessa. So I'm more optimistic about the fact that I might be able to get Tessa. Oh my. I have big dick energy, aka the Swordy. Yes, and Tessa ended up stating hello to you as well, so you end up enjoying that. Now, with that being said, you might have the sword, but Sassy has the hammer. To be honest, some people can get away with anything. Some people can get away with the smallest things. Who knows? I mean, to be fair, Sis, I do have one benefit that I might be able to use. I mean, I might need Lammy to give me assistance in purchasing the proper corset. But I mean, I do have some elements of bounciness. Maybe I can use them to my benefit. Like some people say, with the proper corset. And, you know, put things in my direction instead. Is that a web shooter? It is. I love the web shooter. That's such a cool emote release. Why do you feel small, Minnie? If anything, you're too big to be wielding a hammer. If you wielded a hammer, we'd all end up falling to your awesomeness. That and you haven't gotten to 10. That and you haven't gotten to a 10 stream streak, so, you know, you're close. Minus is in your name. Damn, girl, damn. I don't have a rebuttal to that. I don't have a rebuttal to that. I mean, you are the right size for a hammer. In fact, you're the right size for my hammer. Still waiting to catch her. As in waiting to catch her live or waiting to catch her. I don't know which one's which. One feels slightly haunty. V, thank you so much for the lurk, my friend. Genuinely, they are appreciated. I appreciate everyone that ends up doing so. Thank you so much. Happy out. Are you doing anything good, grand, and delicious upon your return, my dear? Ooh, what does Matriarch's Love do? Moderate heal and remove ailments and debuffs for all allies. That sounds like it could be very useful. I need to search up how we build Danu before we continue on. I love how now Tessa decides that she wants me to talk to her, which means that after me looking for the goddamn tit, we're actually going to be able to find her in the fount, so we didn't have to go running around like a headless chicken trying to find the tit. Nah, just needed a couple of days off, feeling very drained. I mean, you've been at a lot. You've ended up helping with a very, very successful meet and greet raid train. It's understandable. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Like, that's the thing about it. You need to know when to pull back. You need to know when to turn around and tell people I'm just not in a situation to talk to people and just end up going down that way. It's one of the reasons why I done it earlier on in the last 2 days, where I just posted, if you DM me, I might reply, but don't be expecting me to be looking, or I wasn't really stream hopping over the last couple of days. Because it just wasn't in the right headspace for it, and you need to look after yourself, you know. In this life and in every life, you must remember that the only person that will treat you like you should be treated is you, because every other person needs to treat them like they need to treat themselves. So, you know, you always need to take those into account. At least that's my viewpoint. It's an awfully selfish viewpoint, and I am aware of that, but that is my viewpoint.
Here.
Do you want to know the really sad thing? I don't have enough monster. I could do, genuinely, with another 2 monsters. Like, I could do it with them, but at the same point in time, I also want to, you know, breed. But, an energy drink or something in that description would be beautiful. And I haven't made my normal, you know, cup of joe, my normal cup of coffee there. So I'm glad Key didn't end up asking to view the coffee today, because I didn't have it there for her wonderful graciousness. So now we have Tessa up at level 99. She's useless, sadly. We might be able to set up Tessa later on with an actual build, but for now she is pretty useless. However, let's go and look at her glory one more time before we fuse Danu. There we go, all of her majestic glory for you there, my friends. Tessa, and all of her upright goodness. Okay, so now the advertisement is about to happen, so I'm going to go into this for a bit and just wait for that to end up finishing, and then we'll do the Danu fusion and redo the final boss that we ended up doing before, and go on to the next New Game Plus area that we end up doing. Okay. So, we'll see how that ends up going. I suppose I should ask, too, is everyone having a good day? I hope that it is. I hope that the Craic has treated each of you wonderfully, my friends. Do let us know how it has been doing for you. I forgot I was meant to be watching the United game as well. They are 1-0 up, I know, unless they've scored again since I was looking at it. It's been an incredibly choppy stream for me when I've been watching it. So it's 1-1. Ooh. Brendan Aronson ended up scoring for Leeds. So nice. Bit of a competitive game for those in Crow Park. I would have liked to have gone up to Crow Park and watched it, but the tickets were close to 100 quid, and I didn't feel it was right to potentially end up spending that type of money on tickets based on the situation that I'm at the moment, you know? Sadly, you know, just ends up coming down that way. I will say, though, Whatever about the color of red that United have used in their jersey this year, I really, really like it. I think it's a beautiful color red. Genuinely, I think it's a beautiful color red. I really, really like the way that it looks. I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous showcase of what the jersey could and should end up looking like, you know? Also, who is their goalkeeper? Yeah, so it was Leeds that purchased James Trafford. I was wondering that. Yeah. Hey, to be fair, for 46 million quid, that's a very expensive payment for a goalkeeper. Trafford is a good goalkeeper, though. He's holding himself quite strong from the bits that I've ended up seeing of him the whole lot as well. So there is that on top of everything else, you know? Anyways, we're back. So, now we go in to the world of shadows. And we now, should we be able to, fuse Danu. While in the active party, if an ally's defense is raised by 2, attacks that don't strike their weakness will be weakened. Holy crap. Holy crap, that's strong. Fionn McCool. Okay. Scotty. Queen Maeve. Okay, then the actual fusion of her won't make that much of a difference, because if we want to make her good, we have to actually edit some stuff. So, we give her Enduring Soul. I think that's all we actually give her here, and then we try and build the rest later on if we're able to. So we go and we do this. Okay, so we've med Danu now. This might be too hard to do. We mightn't have the capability to do this. Okay. So now we go down here. We go Essence Fusion. We go to Danu. And we look for the heals. Heal for Roma. Per Vashti. Matriarch's Love. Enduring Soul. Drain Light. Bowls of Hydraria. And Heal. And that's what we'll do for the moment. There's no need to carry anything else other than that over. Cool. Now, I think we give her the revive, because we've been ignoring it. And it might be useful to end up putting it back on someone again. So, Matriarch's Love, the Revive, Drain, Enduring Soul, Bowl for Roma. Okay? Beautiful. So that's what we want there. Now, if we have it to give to her, we give the Drain Dark, which we do. We have Repel Dark. Ooh. Yeah, screw it. Let's give her the Repel.
How?
Yeah, Repel Dark. Make it a wee bit more powerful than we normally would end up doing. Then give her Abyssal, so that she doesn't end up getting caught with the counter effects. She needs to be able to actually heal people. So if we do this now, then we can go Abyssal Mask here. And the last thing we add to her... Oh no! Idiot Craic.
How is that?
Mistake was made. I got rid of the heal for Roma. After going to the effort of giving her the heal for Roma, I got rid of the heal for Roma because I'm an idiot. We literally gave her the heal for Roma and then we got rid of it because I'm a tit. Anyway, I suppose we'll use you now to do it again. So now comes the really big question. I think, for compendium-wise, she's going to be used within the compendium, okay? So, if we need the drain light from her, I think we can refuse her again and give drain light. And instead of the drain light, we give her the high fizz Veroma. High heal Veroma. Which we don't have because Demeter's the only one that has it. Interesting. Okay. Then in that case, we have her set up enough. It's not worth it yet to go and redo Demeter to do the healing. Maybe in Godborn mode, that's something that's worth it, but it isn't worth it just yet for us to do it. So we've effectively made the best healer we currently have access to. Which would be interesting. So, with that being the case, let's go and do the actual technical final boss and finish the neutral route for the first time. With all of the quests that we could possibly do on the neutral route done for the day. Okay, ley line crossing. There to here, go to the path to the throne, set ourselves up with the team that we want. The team that we want is Beelzebub. We could do the Gary McCullough trick if we wanted to, but we don't have ours actually set up for the Gary McCullough trick to be right now. So I think we go... Black and Cucullin. I think... Nah, screw it, we'll do Danu. Just for the healing. Just for the healing. Well, actually, we don't need healing for this fight. I'm half tempted to bring in the Demi-Fiend, even though he's bloody useless. We'll do Masakado, just to see a bit of a different team. And in we go now into the path to the throne that we are going to destroy. For the second time. We've got all of our side quests there. We have the compendium up to 75% filled out, which was one of the other reasons why it took so bloody long to do everything. And now,
determine who is more worthy of the throne.
Let's face off against this big boy. I forgot that this was the fight that we needed to do, and we didn't actually have that much of a problem with this fight the last time. So, with that being said, Impaler's Animus. Debilitate. Reluctant Execution, which didn't crit, which is sad. Gearborg. And you know what? All skills and allies will cost twice the MP but do double damage. Let's have fun.
It's time!
If we miss this, this is hilarious. But let's see how much damage does a non-boosted, in terms of us having any boosts on us, but a twice negative Tsukiyomi do versus a double powered Figment Slash that does Pierce and 1.3 times onto it. Well, nothing because we missed.
Freeze!
Experimentation, thy name is fuck off. Basically, my experiment decided to go and told me
Off is the direction you can fuck.
And to be fair, I kind of respect it for the gumption. Anyway, let's see how we do. Yeah, 5,000 damage. That would have done one... Really? Only 10,000 damage? Huh. I was expecting... Honestly, honestly, I was expecting that to do more damage. I was expecting that to do more damage than the 5,000 that currently ended up coming through there. I genuinely am a bit perplexed by the amount of damage that did. I don't think that's actually that much damage. Weirdly enough, I think we actually got a bit screwed on the damage profile that came through there. We don't need to worry about that. Impaler's Animus. Debilitate, even though we don't need to do it just yet. Reluctant Execution. Kiel Bjorg. And let's do it one more time, just for the gish, to see the damage profile. Twice the cost, but double the damage. Waste of time, waste of the Magasuchi gauge. But this will be crunchy and feel awesome.
There's no dodging this.
Well, we actually done enough damage. Wow, that's fascinating. So as we've seen, we didn't need to worry about a goddamn thing there. He's dead faster than we ended up expecting. Dead as a doornail, done as a dust. But again, we're properly strong right now, so it's not that surprising.
Well done.
Though I will say, it's kind of surprising since we've beaten Tsukiyomi that we don't get Tsukiyomi as a fusion. I'm almost positive it said that we didn't get Tsukumoni as a fusion. It was only Nua and Betel. Whatever the hell her name was. You know, lesser characters that we don't really need to worry about. Oh, screw it, I'm too lazy.
Nahobino who will take the throne has been determined.
I still don't get where
I shall
Goku comes
fulfill
into this.
my role. For ages I have watched over this world. But at last I can.
I guess he meant to be
administer my
God, or what's the
true
point of
duty.
him?
Now, take the throne. Become its new ruler.
Well, no, we're destroying it, so. Or at least that's what's meant to happen here. We're meant to destroy it. I forgot exactly what happened here, which is the reason why I'm not skipping it. Because I'm genuinely curious as to what the actual plot is again. And the floweriness, the flowery nature of what's happening. So we're up on the throne. We've now taken it, and as far as I know, this is destroy the throne. I think. Though it is interesting to see the Nahobino with so much power. Like, it would be arguable if the Nahobino is even stronger than the Demi-Fiend. Although we just bet him, we'll see.
chaos will no doubt continue to grip this world.
He's saying that as if this, the true neutral path, is the chaotic path. Which confuses me, because, like, this is the true neutral path. But, like, it's written very much like it's a chaotic path. So I don't really get why they done it this way. But hey, they done it this way. Also, I am not watching any more crap. We blew up the world and then we have the end credits, which I can't skip. I forgot about this. There's no way to make them go quicker or anything. We can't skip the end credits, so we'll just end up enjoying ourselves and having some conversations while we're waiting on the end credits then coming around. So yeah. Strike, my friend! What's a crack-a-lackin'? Is it all going good, grand, and delicious with you today? How is life treating you, my friend? I hope that the streams have been going fantastic. How has the raids been going for you the last few times that you've been playing them, my man? I have been playing the game, admittedly, Arc Raiders, but I haven't been playing it with much vigor and interest. One of the things that is starting to happen to me now in Arc Raiders, and it's properly pissing me off, is actual rats. So, people that are shooting me in the save point, like in the extraction point. I got absolutely blessed that someone shot me in the extraction point, and I got my character up onto the terminal as he was putting the arm back. So it delayed the kill animation. And we just got away. I was microseconds away from losing all of my crap. But like at the end of the day, that's the more that I play that game, the more I'm genuinely of the opinion that the idea of non-PvP zones is something that should be there. And I think the extraction zone should be non-PvP. The minute you enter the squared circle of the extraction compactor, I think PvP should be automatically turned off. If a bullet hits a character, it's just, you know, off. Now, I can understand having an arc do the damage to you. An arc coming into the extractor and blowing your ass to Kingdom Come. That, to me, makes sense. But the alternative doesn't. I've been very lucky that my lobbies have been lovely. Well, happy out. Happy out. I suppose one of the other questions I'd end up having for you is, are you doing the side project, you know, where the first project is upgrade a tree of the antennas on top of the extractor, and then the next one after that is doing damage to 50 arcs with a pop trigger? I cannot damage anything with a pop trigger. I don't know about you. I've been blown out of the extraction by a Rocketeer before. I have too. There's just something about the way that the pop trigger ends up working that I think it just doesn't flow right. It doesn't feel right. The way that it pops out, you'd almost have to be facing a comet to do damage with a pop trigger. And I say a comet specifically because it stops for a second before it ends up blowing you up. The terrain plays havoc with them. It's that too, in the fact that you have to put them up on something. So you have to hold them onto a wall, and then they go and bounce where they want to. So the delay from when you put them onto the wall to when you get the arc into their line of sight is a problem in of itself as well. Unless there's another way to use them, and I don't bloody know. Whoa, excuse me. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm sorry, guys. I'm literally just after going on to my own personal Instagram there. And I follow him because he was part of Cultaholic. He was part of wrestling YouTube areas there. I'm sorry, it wasn't Cultaholic. He was part of Wrestle Talks and ended up and has done a number of stuff with Adam Blompied. But Sullivan Brown, who's a massive kind of YouTuber wrestling orientated person, got a small little cameo role in Ted Lasso season 4, and I love hearing crap like that. I've seen folks deploying them against bastions and bombing as they are mostly stationary. That makes sense to do it there. Now, my big thing at the moment is I need to find a bombardier because I'm missing the 3 bombardier legs for the refiner, and I cannot, for the absolute life of me, find the goddamn bombardier. I've gone into all of the locations where the bombardier is meant to summon and the whole lot, and the asshole will not summon. It's just been bastions time after time after time after time. So, you know, you get to enjoy that wonderful strike of flavor as well as everything else. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. But every time I've gone into the buried city, and gone up near the hospital, it's been a bastion, not a bombardier. But hey, I'll find it eventually. I'll just need to play it more. But we'll see. So now, we've unlocked Nua. We've unlocked Abdiel. We've unlocked Fallen Abdiel. We have Battle to Destroy the Throne unlocked. And preparing to save the game, loaded from New Game Plus, will carry over certain things such as levels and money. A clear data is a special type of save. Data used to start a new playthrough. It cannot be used to load previous saves. Save data is strongly recommended to go over the slot that you want. Okay. So now, you return to the title menu, and then we can go into New Game Plus. I'm getting back to work now, my friend. Well, thank you so much, my friend. Before you go, just remember that I have been Stupid Sexy Craic. Shlán Gafón, my friend. And as always, Pog Mahone. Adios, amigos. So, how does this work for us? Into the new game. In 2 ways, Newborn carries over the minimum amount of data, or Reborn, greater amount of data. The following effects will carry over: enemy compendium, unlock fusion, certain miracles, recommended for those who wish to replay the game while observing the challenge. In addition to elements from Newborn, the following elements will carry over. Now being the stats, levels, and miracles, demons in the party, Maka. Recommended for those who wish to replay the game on easy combat. I mean, all you do is just end up building up your money and summon your demons anyway, since you have the compendium. That's all the difference that makes. I mean, I'm gonna go Reborn because I have done all of this goddamn grinding, so why not? Select the difficulty of the game. Be aware hard can only be chosen. Well, we played the entirety of that game on hard. We ain't changing our ways now. The status, the states of goddess party members at the point of clearing the game can be registered to the demon compendium. Register in its current state. I mean, sure. I think. We had no access to her because it was gone. Okay. So now we end up getting in to the game one more time. We're doing the opening that we seen when we first launched this game several months ago. We're hearing the beautiful music in the background and all of the starting scene. And none of this is different, so we're going to skip it. So...
What is this? A passing soul.
So now we choose which route are we doing. And I don't care that we've made this slightly easier for ourselves.
The choices
because
you make
we're
will affect
going
the very course of the world.
Vengeance. Andy didn't say that there was anything in particular that we could end up benefiting, other than a couple of the demons that we can get. Let me check this, actually. Recommended route to 100%. By the way, I'm not doing 100% on stream, but just for myself, 100% SMT 5. It's possible to reach the final area with a neutral icon, wobbles on Tokyo. This allows you to get Danu. When in the final room, your land will be caught. Backtrack to the penultimate boss to unlock that. A regular law. Okay, so I screwed the pooch on that one. So yeah, the game doesn't care. It doesn't want to give a recommendation, so we're just going to continue with it and go on to the Vengeance route and see the differences in the way that the game ends up going now when we try the Vengeance route. So we have been on SMTVVCOC.
By her very nature.
And now, we end up joining the wonderful mouthload of SMTVVCOV.
Will lead not to the future destiny.
So,
knowing only this, will you still take her hand?
Which one does this again? Which choice is for Vengeance SMT5? Because I don't want to accidentally pick the wrong thing again. At start. To start the Vengeance cannon, you take the girl's hand during the choice. Nice! There we go. So now we know. And we take her hand. And now we are doing the re-released plotline of Vengeance. And we get to see how that ends up going together. I know this is...
Thank you.
Looks incredibly like the girl that ended up fusing with Lamu. And it might be. But we'll see what ends up happening as we go into this and see. Or maybe it's a new character.
Do not forget that with a simple gesture, your decision has hastened the end.
Interesting. Interesting.
Hasten
the world's end.
Return to the proper path. That you find your way again.
You took the girl's hand. You chose the canon of Vengeance. Would you like to start the game with this story? Yes.
All right, listen up.
Okay. So, I don't know if there's anything new that happens
Everyone
here,
should have
but
their
we'll
own
listen to
personal
all of it and
tablets
see.
now, but it sounds like some of you still need to get them registered. Those temp accounts are about to expire. So anyone who's been putting it off...
Is the eyes different in the Vengeance route? Oh, it's making me rename him. Interesting. No, but we're sticking with the same name, because this is the canon name for the main MC of this game. Ken Amora. That is the actual canon name. One of the weird things with Shin Megami Tensei is it lets you change the name of the whole lot, but they do have canon names. Like in Persona, the Persona 5 main character is Ren Anagami, I think. And it's, I know it's Makota. I think it's Yuzu Makota in 3, and I can't for the life of me remember the name of 4. But hey, you know, names don't really matter. But my friends, we have started the Canon of Vengeance. Cycle 2. Of the 6 endings, we have the neutral ending in the Conquest of Creation. Will we get the neutral ending in the Conquest of Vengeance? Potentially. We'll see. We'll just follow the choices and see how the character ends up coming to play. But that'll be the next time I end up coming live, as we end up continuing on with the Conquest of Vengeance. So if any of you have any interest in seeing me bulldoze through the Conquest of Vengeance but enjoy a bit of the plot and see how it ends up going, please do end up coming back to me. But until then, that's me for tonight. As things stands, I do plan to go live tomorrow as well, but we'll see how the mood ends up coming. We'll see if anything else ends up changing or any such elements that end up coming into play. I'd end up asking, does anyone have any recommendations on who to end up raiding? Because if not, I do actually have an idea on who I want to raid. Please let me know. Oh, he's playing Pokemon. Nice. Keel is streaming Dying Light. Yes. It was actually a toss-up strike between Key and Ritual Trash Panda as to who I was going to check. And JG, to be fair. It was a toss-up between the 3 of them. So, Key is a more than fair selection. And I was being fair to let the audience members feel on who we were going to pick. So, I know we've streamed into Key recently, but I don't think it is that recent. When was it? Has not rated you there. You have not rated them in 30 days. Beautiful. Then Key it is, my friends. So, again, in the near future, we'll add to it to make it more beautiful, to make it more robust. But if you can, when I send you over there, send the following message. I would deeply appreciate it, just to show some love over to our fantastic friend Key. To all of you who've ended up coming in today, genuinely, it was a pleasure. To the people that ended up raiding, it is equally so. I do have to contact a couple of people on how to end up keeping up on who you ended up raiding an element such as that. You know, I know there's Stream Elements has a credit section, which I might end up implementing. We'll see in the near future. But for now, we're just going to enjoy the crack and see how it goes. So, my friends, until next time, I have been Stupid Sexy Craic. Shalom, Gafol, and as always, Pog Mahone. Until next time, adios amigos.